Alright guys, got the 76 Sportster Ironhead 1000 here. I got my seals in, got the seals for the push rods, new springs. I was missing these little clips here, so got all those. I got the head over here, got both of them. And last video I'd sprayed some carb cleaner right here just to see if the valves were seating well and to see if it was leaking through. Now you look in here, yep, that's dry. Look over on this side, and got it leaking through. So I'm going to show you how to pull these valves out and lap them and get them sealed up better. Alright, I got a few tools here I'm going to use. I got a valve spring compressor right here. I got these two little things here, and it's a suction cup, and it will stick on the end of the valve. I got a valve right here that'll stick on there. You'll need that. I got some valve grinding compound. Now they got light and coarse on those. You want to, depending on how scuffed up it is, hit it with some heavy or the coarse and then go finer. I also have a magnet here and just a little pick in case I need to rotate the keeper around to get it removed. So I'm going to get the valve spring compressor here, and I'm going to get my tripod. So I got my valve spring compressor here. If you see, this has got one long side and one side a little bit shorter. I'm going to put this side as low as I can on the valve spring and start tightening this down. And I want to get these little tabs on the top of the valve so it'll push it down, and then we can get the valve seats out. So I'll get this on the lowest position I can. Start tightening it up. See, it kind of centered itself out there. You want to keep it as centered as you can on there. Crank this down. Okay, now I'm going to push down on it to get the keepers out. And this is what the keeper looks like. It's just a little piece like this. There's two of them, one on each side. So I got this compressed. I'll push down on it. I got my little magnet, and I'll reach down in there, pull it out. If you got to move it around, I might use my little pick. So this ain't always the easiest, but see if I can get a better shot than the last valve. Push it down. Oh yeah, there's one. And there's two. So pull this out. Got my valve springs here. You can put this down, loosen it up if you want to, just so it doesn't fly off. Put that here. Push on the top of the valve here. I'll push it through the valve seal. Flip it over. There's my valve. So I'll show you how to put some lapping compound on here. Get it all cleaned up. You want to clean all this up, hit this with a wire wheel, and get all the carbon buildup off. You look in here, nice shiny valve seal here. And look at this one. This one's all black. The top's burnt here. This is the exhaust, the one that was leaking. So definitely tell we had a little bit of a problem. So get these cleaned up. Throw some compound on there. Alright, I've got this cleaned up pretty good. Got my valve here, got it cleaned up. I'm going to get my grinding compound, a little dab on my finger here, and then just hit this little lip along the side. You want to make sure you don't get any on the shaft right here, because that'll chew up your valve guide. And this is like a coarse, just a sandy kind of liquid. You can add a little bit of water to it if you want to thin it out. So I just got an edge right along there. Some people do, some people don't. You can put a little bit dab in here. Alright, now put this down in there and hold it here, and just make sure you don't get any of that grit onto here. So carefully put it down in here. And I got this sitting on the workbench. That ain't gonna work. I gotta have something to prop it up a little bit so the valve will go all the way through. So you can have a bench that has a hole in it or whatever works for you. So now I got my little stick here with a suction cup. If you don't have one of these, you can also stick your valve in like this, where it's coming through on the other side. You can put like a rubber hose or something on here, put a clamp on it and spin it that way. But I've got this. I'm gonna push it down here onto the valve. Make sure it's suctioned on good. And it's not. Okay, get her on there and spin it. And kind of lift it up. Move the compound around. And that's going to grind the edge of the valve and the lip where the valve's seating on there, and it'll smooth out any imperfections and get you a lot better seal. And you'll hear a difference in it as you're doing this too. Occasionally pull it out. Be careful not to get any on the valve stem here. Take a look at it and continue doing that. You can go from a coarse down to a fine until you get a nice lip around it. Now I got my other one over here that I've already done. I'll give you a little look at that. So instead of, you see this edge, it's all dirty, got a bunch of crap on there, got some slight imperfections. Look over at this one that I've already done. It's got a nice uniform surface all the way around there. My valves, move the light over here. My valves, I mean, they have a little bit of pitting, not too bad or anything though, and they got a nice surface there, so those look good. So I'm gonna keep working this one, get it till it's a good, nice surface. Making sure you're not getting these mixed up. That's what I put everything on different workbenches. So I'll reinstall these the way I took them out, and then I'll spray some carb cleaner in here and see if it's soaking through on the side again. If it is, rework it. Get back here. If it is leaking through, I'll repeat the process again and try to get these valves seated up good. And gonna have to order me some valve seals. So there's a little video on lapping the valves. Get these valves done, then I'll be able to get over here and get these push rods and all that good stuff back in there. Lifter blocks are in with new O-rings. Fun. So there you go. Thanks for watching, guys.